gospel of Jesus Christ is certainly for real men. It's for men who are willing to stand firm like Daniel did in his lion's den. It's for men who are willing to stay devoted to the ones they call akin. It's for men who are willing to wait on God's timing, Big Ben. It's for men who are willing to slay the flesh and live to righteousness. It's for men who will respect his life and not spit on his death. Spit on his death? No. It's time for men to shine bright to the newness of life, so glow. And a real man of the gospel would rather choose abstinence than cheat on his wife. Oh, you didn't know that the gospel demands dying to self? But too bad these preachers are preaching this false gospel about your external wealth. Please, don't lie to yourself. It's for men, it's for men, it's for men. It's for men that realize that the Bible was written with a bloodstained pen. It's for men that realize that his bloodstained skin is not an invitation to continue in sin, but slay it. Come on, man, you got an S on your chest. Convey it, display it. It's time for men to soar with the gospel, obey it, and be a real man, because the gospel is some real tough stuff. And those who claim it's soft, they're the main ones in the ring, getting beat down by sin. And you can tell because the life is all scuffed up. A black eye for the sin of lust and a right hook with a constant cuss. The culture's being slain by sin and has the audacity to look down on us. That's funny. How can we be looked down upon opposed to being addicted to a Playboy bunny? Besides, the devil is slick. He even has Christian men buzzing around their whole life looking for a new honey. But the gospel demands that we watch the schemes of the devil, because he'll have you thinking right is wrong, or that the woman in the marriage should have your pants on, or that your passivity is the sexual antidote to make sure your wife's pants are gone. If you're not careful, Satan will have you in the crib with a bib sucking your thumb with a onesie on. He uses the gospel to make men feel emasculated, or that righteous manhood is to be negotiated. But it isn't. You've been saved for freedom, so why you living in a satanic prison? Satan's got us scared running from death as if we haven't already risen. You don't think the gospel is painful? Have you heard of circumcision? It's where in the Old Testament God would demand that a man be cut in his most sensitive area so that he would have to learn to endure the pains of his identity of the gospel in life's most sensitive areas. But don't think it's by your work, because it's grace that carries us. And by his grace we have already won. If you think the gospel is soft, then why in the world would God slaughter his son? If you think the gospel is soft, then you just wait until he comes. And then when he comes, maybe you'll be the one that he slaughters with his tongue. But don't get me wrong, man. It's Jesus. He loves everyone. But his love is not soft. It put him up on that cross. And if you think it's soft, why don't you be my guest and try out love's cross? But you can't. You know why? Because you and I, we're just not worthy. But we can start by becoming real men, taking up our own cross and bearing a semblance of his burdens. And then, and only then, will we realize that the gospel's for all mankind, but it demands real men. It's for men, it's for men, it's for men, it's for kingdom men. Woo!
Blessed are those who mourn.